What is going on, everybody? My name is The Rose, and this is Game Corner Podcast, Episode 10, Part Number 1. And we have a doozy for you guys today. Coming back, as always, my co-host Cypher, and our friend Sean is back once again. Because today is the Nintendo Direct, and we have quite a bit to say about it. Today, of course, is March 8th, 2018. And we got some news for you. We're going to talk about the Direct. We got some news about the new disgusting video game that has surfaced called Super Seducer. And the guy who made it's a fucking creepy bastard. We have a little bit of news on what you get when you pre-order Kirby Star Allies at GameStop. And not too much more after that. We're going to talk about the Nintendo reward system and why it's a piece of shit.
So, and a bitch about Ninty's customer service, too.
Before we get into all of that, follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and YouTube. Give me a subscription on YouTube for all of the Game Corner podcast every weekend and some gaming videos throughout the week. Follow me on Twitch. I'd greatly appreciate it as I still inch closer to that affiliate status that I crave oh so much. Follow Black Sakura on Facebook. Follow the great Erin Fitzgerald, the voice actress, on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as well. And check out jotaku.net. I'm going to be releasing a new review this weekend. Stay tuned for that. All the links are in the description box down below, as always. And with that being said, I've had one hell of a week this week. I don't know about you guys, but Jesus Christ. Every day for me was a fucking different adventure entirely.
Is it like a good adventure or a bad adventure? Are you out there every day making DuckTales? A woo-woo?
Mostly bad experiences. So Sunday, we still had some construction going on in my brother's bedroom. That is finally finished. And I went to the food store Sunday night. And this guy gave me an attitude at the checkout register. The cashier bagged my groceries, but she only bagged half of the stuff I bought. So meanwhile, I'm bagging the rest of my shit, loading it into the shopping cart, and trying to get out of this guy and his wife's way all at the same time. And I hate rushing because shit does not go well when I rush things. And you know how the fucking soda bottles, they are shaped in the way they are, and I can't fucking stand it. Well, the freaking shit kept falling over, and I got out of their way, and I left one of my bags on the counter. Not in their way whatsoever. Okay? And I thought I grabbed all my stuff, and this guy yells at me. He goes, "Hey, you want the rest of your shit?" And I look over, and I see a bag sitting there, you know. So I grab it, and he goes, "You know, they make, what did he say?" He goes, he said, "You know, they have anger management classes. You can use it." Like, this guy's yelling at me, cursing at me. I didn't say a fucking word to the guy. And then he goes and tells me to go take anger management classes.
Wait, what?
Fucking...
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. Monday was just another day of me not being able to sleep very well. Although I was actually able to function, unlike last Friday. Tuesday was just a fucking nightmare. My nephew having more issues and throwing tantrums and beating kids up on a school bus. And while my brother was on at work still for the last hour that he was at work, I had parents from 2 different kids come to my house. Thankfully, neither of them decided to act out by beating the shit out of me and asking questions later, because then I would have had to kill my brother when he got home. Because, you know how some people are over their kids.
Yeah.
So, just bullshit that I gotta deal with because he has to work the unfortunate fucking hours that he has. Yesterday was the snowstorm. Yesterday we went out to the food store because we had to grab a couple of things. And this was right when the snow had just started, right? The ground was already becoming slippery because of the sleet that was hitting the ground. And we almost slid off the road into a tree on our our side street, getting to the main road. Then, while we were at the store, we had thunder snow, and that fucking thunder was loud as a motherfucker, man. That shit, like, sounded like a storm that would hit in the summertime. That's how loud it was. And there were lightning strikes and shit, and the store I was at, they have, like, skylights in the ceiling so you could see, outside. Like, if you look up, you can see outside. And I saw lightning flashes through, the little windows in the ceiling. I'm like, did I just see lightning? And I look up and I saw a flash. I'm like, yeah, that's lightning. I've never, ever seen thunder snow and lightning in the wintertime during a snowstorm. That was a first for me. Turns out yesterday, when my brother's middle school was letting out, a teacher was leaving for the day and got struck by lightning right outside the school.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
So, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And that's my story, to wrap up my week, for the most part.
Fuck, dude.
What do you guys got?
Interesting.
I can't top your week, but I can try. So I've been sleeping really weird hours lately, because this month is NaNoWriMo, and it's like a big game jam. And then on top of that, I still have all of my paid projects. So I've been trying to get this book edited for this one client so that I can pay my rent this month. Managed to finish that. But then another client decided, hey, I'm going to pay him in advance. So this morning I wake up and I have $130 in my PayPal. And I'm like, you didn't have to... But so I was going to refund it. I was going to be like, well, you can pay me when I'm done. But then I realized, well, fuck, I'm going to have to recuperate the fees out of pocket. There's no point. So I didn't bother with that. But it's snowing like a motherfucker here. Like, I was gonna go out for a walk this morning, because I don't know if you guys know this, the reason I'm up most of the night is because I have nightmares, so, like, I don't sleep well at night.
Oh, shit. No, I didn't know that.
So I suffered through a pretty bad one yesterday, because my sleep cycle's been all kinds of fucked. And I was gonna go for a walk this morning and kind of clear my head, go out and buy a pack of cigars, because I smoke a very specific type of cigar, and our local smoke shop didn't have any last month, but they said they'd have some at the beginning of March. Anyway, it was snowing like crazy. Then my roommate gets up at, I want to say 1 o'clock, calls into work, and is like, work today. However, after he does that, he looks at me and he's like, let's go to the grocery store. Now, the grocery store on a good day is like a 15-minute walk from home. And I'm gonna entertain him. So, like, I'm still in my pajamas, but I get into my winter coat and like a balaclava, my scarf, and all that shit. I literally stepped outside, saw how much snow there was on the deck, and was like, no, fuck this. Now, the crazy thing is, he went out, he came back somehow. And I had some wine while I was watching the Nintendo Direct, which is more than the usual vodka. Yeah. So that was kind of my week. Like, I played the Kirby demo. It's good shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Also played a couple of indie games, but I haven't really done a lot this week other than work.
Fucking... I don't remember what happened Monday. It was, for me, it's just like a normal day. But like the rest of the week, I've just been vomiting and playing RuneScape.
Dude, new RuneScape looks fucking weird.
You get used to it. I mean, I played RuneScape 2 as a kid, because I never played RuneScape Classic.
Oh, I played RuneScape Classic when I was a kid.
Yeah, but like, RuneScape 2, and it's quite the... It takes a while to get used to, but I mean, it's still fucking RuneScape at its core, and it's fun as shit.
Yeah, like, RuneScape is one of those things from my childhood that, like, it's fucking sacred, and I kind of don't want to go back to it for fear of ruining it.
I love it. I still have just as much fun as I was.
I was gonna say, like, my big concern is that if it doesn't hold up, then my dreams will be shattered.
That's fair. I will always beat the shit out of anyone who talks shit about RuneScape, though.
I remember I actually got it banned from our school's computer lab because myself and 2 other kids, we used to just go on RuneScape and hang out when we were in the computer lab.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus. I know actually people that did that in my high school too. Were playing a certain game and they all got busted at one point.
See, in my school we all played Halo Combat Evolved.
fuck, dude.
Well, I hope you guys are all having a good day today.
I won't talk about my day.
I know, sounds like Sean didn't have such luck, but well, with that being said, I think it's time we should just jump right into this podcast here.
I'm still mad that we didn't start the episode by screaming directly to you.
Oh yeah, you wanted to do that. I totally forgot.
Yeah, I completely forgot until we started, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wait.
Well, with that being said, cue the intro. Well, folks, Nintendo Direct was today, and in my opinion, I think it was mostly ass, with a couple of golden nuggets in between.
Yeah, it was okay. It was 50-50.
To me, I think it's ass, for the most part. I think it's like 70-30, in my opinion.
I would honestly give it like a 60-40.
The reason
that last thing really fucking made the Direct.
I'm going to separate that final announcement from the Direct entirely.
That's fair.
Pretty much.
If you were judging the entire Direct based on that final announcement, like, then the Direct is going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's, as I said, like, it's the best fucking Direct of my entire life. That's why I'm separating.
I know I mentioned this when we were talking before the podcast, but I literally have in my notes for that, quote, "This fucking announcement is so hype. My dick is diamond status. And because Sean is here, I also wrote fucked all the rocks." Confirmed for this year, oh boy.
Well,
but it's spelled B-O-I.
Oh boy.
The Nintendo 3DS stuff, I think, is just kind of sad at how they're trying to keep this thing alive right now.
Yeah,
I was actually pleasantly surprised by the DS stuff.
Me too. Like, I think for WarioWare, like, it's about goddamn time.
I've wanted a new Wario, either WarioWare or just Wario in general. I've wanted a new Wario game for a long time, and so I was like, "Oh wow, awesome!"
Like, I've only played the first one, like the one on GBA.
Sure,
but I'm interested. But I also think that some of the things they announced seem pretty gimmicky, like touchpad controls. That's fine. I'm pretty sure they were in the DS one, but like mic controls and gyro controls almost never work out.
Sure. I mean,
like,
WarioWare is all about gimmicks, though. Like, that's just WarioWare in general. It's all gimmicky.
That's true. I was glad to hear that they're going to bring back some classic minigames, too.
Sure, yeah. I thought that was a nice surprise.
Personally...
What about that game, Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers?
Okay, real talk. Not gonna lie, it looked kind of interesting, like kind of fun. Like, I'm like, okay, I could see playing that and like enjoying it for like a good half hour.
Right?
But besides that, that's some fucking furry ass bullshit, and I ain't having none of that.
Yeah, did you? I fucking love how the me is just you in a fursuit. The only thing I want is the ability to yip.
Can I ask you guys a question,
when
though?
You fucking, like, beat up the enemies, that's what you do every time that you fucking kill one, just you yip.
It's called clopping dead.
Can I ask you guys a question, though?
What's that?
The 3DS games, did you guys feel at all that these are games they could have, like, put on the Switch, too, just for the hell of it?
For WarioWare, I don't really think so. I think that the Switch should really get its own. For the other game, not really. It doesn't look like it has the fidelity or the shelf life.
Oh, speaking of Dylan's...
Pikachu, though, yeah, Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu probably should have been on the Switch, honestly, yeah. But Bowser's Inside Story, okay.
Okay, give me a sec. I want to talk about Detective Pikachu for a second, just because we just mentioned that. Detective Pikachu is just fucking me. Because it's an asshole who likes coffee.
Just put a little fucking vodka in there and you're good.
I actually prefer whiskey. The only reason I've been buying vodka recently is because it's cheaper.
That's fair. Just put booze.
But I gotta ask you guys. I gotta ask you guys though about that Dylan's Dead Heat game.
What up?
When they were showing the preview for that game, did you guys notice how the game was having like frame drop issues?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a DS game.
What
I'm
the
not
fuck?
surprised.
I mean, you want your game to look like it runs smoothly, and it was having frame issues. I mean, it's probably still like in beta form, so I understand.
Yeah.
But if you're going to show off the game, I think you'd want it to at least run at least in a smooth 30 FPS.
Sure.
I think part of it is also that to like emulate or showcase DS stuff, you usually need something that's about twice as powerful as the DS itself.
Speaking of the DS, Luigi's Mansion, they're bringing that to the DS, right? Or is that going to the Switch? I don't remember.
I think that was just the DS.
Is that the original Luigi's Mansion too?
That is the original, yes.
And they're bringing Bowser's Inside Story. That's the original as well, right? With
yeah, but it's like a re-release with an extra side to it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's the same thing as Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the 3DS. It's just a remake with a graphical update.
I'm gonna fucking stop you there, because I've been out of gaming for the past couple of years, other than, like, I just kind of got back into it a year ago. They remade Superstar Saga for the 3DS.
Yeah, a few months ago, like in October. Dude, okay, also, real talk, they just remade Superstar Saga. Now they're remaking Bowser's Inside Story. What the fuck happened to Partners in Time? No, Partners in Time was fucking number 2. Why are we going 1, 3, 2?
Because maybe they're just gonna say fuck it and skip over it.
Yeah, I thought Partners in Time wasn't very well received.
Yeah, it was the worst one in the series, in my personal opinion. But I also jizzed 10 times, because the second I saw the second I played Superstar Saga, I was like, all I need is Bowser's Inside Story to be remade, and I'm golden.
Yeah, because, like...
And here it is.
Superstar Saga is really good, but Bowser's Inside Story is
what's better. The best of the series, and I am not including, like, Paper Jam and fucking Dream Team, because those were fucking forgettable.
I heard they were pretty bad.
The series of Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, Partners in Time, and Bowser's Inside Story. That was when they were good games.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, makes me very happy.
When I think of Nintendo making an RPG, that's what I think of. Like, I know some people think of, like, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great and all, but it's still just a fucking Square Enix game.
Yeah, it's just
like, the writing is very Square Enix. But, like...
Speaking of that game, since Nintendo and Square seem to be on the same page again, can we officially finally get a sequel to that game?
I fucking hope so.
It's not gonna happen. Square hates everyone. You don't understand Square Enix like we do.
Listen, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is we're gonna get it. Noctis is gonna be in it.
Oh god.
And it's just gonna be Final Fantasy 15, but with Mario characters.
Fuck yes. I mean, you saw what they fucking did with the PC release of 15. It's just Gordon Freeman.
My fucking roommate actually shilled out for it because he's a fucking slut.
Sure.
And apparently Square has made claims that you can't run the game at 4K resolution because there's no GPU powerful enough to do that. So my roommate immediately was like, I gotta overclock my PC. And he's like a computer scientist. He's like an actual computer scientist. So he's sitting there trying to overclock his PC just to prove Square wrong. And I'm like, yes. I'm just sitting there in the corner. And I was literally like sitting on his bed editing, fucking having a glass of vodka with him. And I'm just like Darth Sidious in fucking Star Wars. Good, give in to your hate. Like, just encouraging him to fucking join the dark side.
God.
Well, let's get back on track here. So the Switch games they showed off. Sushi. Yes, I can't say Japanese words.
Sushi Striker.
That game was leaked yesterday ahead of the Direct.
Oh, was it? That was just a fucking who cares.
Yeah, it's like a throwaway. Like, who gives a shit?
That was released previously on the 3DS, I believe, right?
I think so.
It was.
I don't know. I could check, but I'd have to go get my DS.
I really didn't care for that. One thing I really liked, though, was the Travis Touchdown and No More Heroes game.
I can't wait for that. The only thing is, right, I fucking love No More Heroes as a series, and there's two problems that I have with this. The first is that Robin Atkin-Downs, who originally was Travis, may not be returning.
Mm-hmm.
In the reveal trailer, it was Kirk Thornton. And part of it is because of the there was a Voice Actors Guild strike.
Yeah, it was that ended last year. In September-ish.
Because I know Robin Atkinson actually tweeted at Suda, and he's like, "Hey," basically the tweet was like, "Hey, let's do this together." But I'm not sure because I just kind of skimmed through that trailer. But I don't know how I feel about it because on the one hand, I think it's Suda 51 and it's No More Heroes and it really oozes personality.
But it doesn't feel like
No
More Heroes.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like one either.
Because their thing is they want to riff on 7 or 8 different games, right? Like
7 different genres. They showed action, adventure, racing, and puzzle. And then they said that there was 7 genres in total. I don't know how to feel about, that. Because
it doesn't feel... It just looks like a fucking just...
Like a mashup into one game.
Like you just mash fucking A and you're good to go.
It feels more like it almost feels like a mini-game collection in its own weird way. Like, I noticed some of the footage they showed was top-down, and I was like, why?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I said the same thing, like, why? That doesn't look right.
Yeah. I mean, it's local co-op. That could be fun.
Like, don't get me wrong, right? I'm gonna buy it because I'm a whore. And I really want I want a proper No More Heroes 3.
I feel. But see, speaking of that, did it say No More Heroes 3? I wasn't paying attention.
No, it says...
It's No More... It's Travis Strikes Back No More Heroes is the title.
It's a spin-off.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
This isn't No More Heroes 3. I mean, yes, but this isn't No More Heroes 3.
Thankfully.
This is a spin-off. No More Heroes 3. If... This is testing the waters. Do people want a threequel? Do people want No More Heroes 3?
I want it.
If this game does well...
That's partially why I'm buying it, is just to fucking get...
Dude, I'll buy it and never play it. Like, that's how much I want No More Heroes 3 to come out. Like, so that's why I'm not going to call this No More Heroes 3. This is just a spin-off.
Well, it's not called No More Heroes 3 anyway.
But it's a spin-off nonetheless.
Yes.
Now, they showed a lot of ports of old fucking games.
Yeah, like, I've got them down for, like, the ones that we haven't discussed so far. Crash Bandicoot, South Park, Undertale, Okami, Dark Souls. Now, the funny thing is... You forgot one. Crash, South Park, Undertale, and Okami are already all on PS4. Like, South Park just dropped last month.
Yeah.
Then we get Dark Souls and a port of Captain Toad.
Who fucking... Ugh.
Who the fuck...
I said to myself
there are weirdos.
When they revealed Captain Toad, I didn't like it on the Wii U. I'm like, who's going to play this garbage? I hated the Captain Toad minigame shit in Super Mario 3D World. And I can't believe they decided to make an actual game on this. And why did Nintendo decide to pick this over Super Mario Maker to remake for the Switch?
Because they're going to announce Mario Maker at E3 because it's a significantly bigger deal.
Yeah, that's true.
But why...
Who cares about Captain Toad?
Out of everything they could have announced...
Pokemon Switch should have been announced.
No. They're not going to announce 2 big things.
Why was this game picked? Like, they had a couple other games that were good on the Wii U that they could have remastered.
Fucking circle jerk themselves. Who cares?
And then they showed Kirby Star Allies, which, while it is a pretty good game from what I've played, when they call a hard stage hard, I laugh because that cave stage was not hard at all.
Kirby has never been difficult.
No, well, I don't know, man. I've played the True Arena in Superstar Ultra. That's
Arena
pretty difficult.
When you got through that game a million times, the True Arena just became a fucking joke.
That's true. I loved Superstar Ultra, but
oh my god,
like I played through the demo myself, and I found that it was very it was fun, and it was good, wholesome, like adorable fun.
Dude, it's so squishy, and I love it.
So fucking squishy, like...
I actually recorded...
She's like, let's all be friends. I love every one of you.
It's so cute.
I actually recorded...
So cute, but, like... Holy shit. No, the best part of that entire demo is when you do the castle stage, you fight King DDD at the end, and he fucking rips open his shirt, and then he's glowing with, like, the Dark Hado from Street Fighter.
Right?
Like, fucking Akuma.
Daddy D. Oof.
Yes. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Like, I was it was fucking like 9 a.m. yesterday, or the day before last. I was just shit-faced, because I'd been up all night. And I saw the Kirby demo was out, and I was like, man, I gotta play this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally just me and my roommate yelling at the goddamn thing for an hour.
I'm gonna upload the demo, the 2 stages, because I did a recording of it. So I'm gonna put that on my channel, so you guys can look out for that. Anybody out there watching as well. Personally, I think the game is pretty good, and I'm definitely picking it up next week because I am a fan of Kirby, and I haven't played a proper Kirby game in years.
I haven't played one since Superstar Ultra came out.
Now, when you played the demo, how many copy abilities did you mix and match? Because I did like a lot.
I actually didn't try all that many.
Really, I did the splash sword, the flame sword, the blizzard sword. I did the splash cutter. I did the there's one called Splash Rock or something. Which
Splash Rock's pretty fun.
Yeah, that one was fun as shit. I also did another one that revolved around fire. I don't remember what it was. I did the one with the umbrella, which really doesn't do anything. It just makes the umbrella bigger. But it's actually necessary for part of one of those stages that was in the demo.
Yeah, you have to, like, there's a waterfall, and you have to, like, block it to get this fuse to burn.
Yeah, to blow up part of the stage. I liked how you can actually have, like, would they call them legacy characters as your buddies? Like, you could have, like, a version of Meta Knight, DDD.
Like, I really like that. That's super cool.
That was really cool. So
I want to play as fucking Marks. Hell yeah, that little fucking shit stain. I hate him, but I love him.
Yeah, honestly, I wish we got, like, a dedicated mode or DLC when that comes out where you just play as Meta Knight and you're just an asshole.
Oh, like in fucking...
Like in Superstar Ultra where you play Meta Nightmare.
Yeah.
I haven't played Superstar Ultra. I gotta play that one day.
Oh, one of, if not the best Kirby games.
I would argue that it's the best.
I played the original.
It's a remake of the best.
Well, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It adds plenty of extra stuff. All of it's good. The only problem that I have is, like... it's not even a problem. The only complaint that I have is that it's a remake. Like, everything else about it is fucking perfect.
But it's more than just a remake.
Yeah, I feel like they did, like I said, they added
content.
extra stuff. They added, like, a shit ton of extra stuff. And I found that, from what I know, all of the Kirby games that came after it are very gimmicky. Except for, I think, Return to Dreamland.
I didn't
Return
care
to
for...
Dreamland is like the rebirth of Kirby, and that's what like all of these new
because
Kirby
they did
games
like
are
Epic Yarn, that was pretty fucking gimmicky, and I think Planet Robobot was pretty gimmicky from what I heard of it. And Star Allies, good though it is, relies on this gimmick.
Yep.
And then you also had Kirby's Tilt and Tumble, which was
I loved that game as a kid.
Even though
I could never beat it.
Wait, that came before Superstar, didn't it?
It was a Game Boy Color game.
Oh fuck! Then obviously.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was Game Boy Advance, because I remember it was on the SP.
Oh, no, it was a Game Boy Color.
Really?
Kirby Tilt and Tumble?
I'll fucking Google it. I will be the one to settle this debate now.
I owned that shit. Like, I played it on my Game Boy Color.
Huh.
But also, I want to go back
it's Game Boy Color, bro.
I want to go back for a sec and talk about the ports.
We knew about Crash, and it was confirmed.
Yeah. We knew about Crash, Dark Souls,
Undertale is just a piece of
Okami
shit.
Because, like, it got a PS4 remake.
Fuck Okami.
I want to say, fuck Undertale. It needs to fucking die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even care.
Yes.
Undertale
and also,
is not good.
No, it's not.
It's not as good as people say. Like, it was fun, but I honestly think that it's one of those games where it's like, you need to experience it yourself. If you watch somebody Let's Play it, you've ruined it.
It's not a fun game. It's enjoyable.
It's not. No, it's fun to experience yourself the first time.
It's just memes.
It's like Final Fantasy 15. You play through it the once, you experience it the once, and then you never touch it again.
Okay, yeah, very accurate.
And I think that it's charming, but there's definitely areas of it where it's a little too heavy-handed.
Sure.
I mean, at this
I'm
point,
a slut for Dark Souls, and I will suck its dick till the day I die.
I'm gonna buy remastered, but I'm buying it for the PS4.
I need that fucking Solaire amiibo. I don't even fucking
the
care.
fact that it praises the fucking sun.
I need it. That's all I wanted to go back to the remasters for. That's all I wanted to say. I fucking need that amiibo.
I just
But
wish
see,
they would
Nintendo,
stop
Sean,
with remasters.
Is like a wondrous father. If only I too could be so grossly incandescent.
If only.
If only.
I just wish they would stop with all the remasters, though, man. It's like, enough's enough.
Yes.
And when
I'm okay with, like, fucking, okay, Bowser's Inside Story. Yes, it's a remake, but I'm okay with it because it's, like, a pretty damn old game.
I was gonna say, they're adding extra stuff to it, and it's being ported from a very old console to a modern one. Same with Luigi's Mansion. Like, I don't own a GameCube, I'm not gonna bust it out, right? It's like, and for stuff like, I'm just gonna say this. Crash Bandicoot should be on the PS4 and only the PS4.
Yes.
I feel that, although I understand, like, Naughty Dog has to make money, and that...
It's not even Naughty Dog anymore, it's Activision.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and Traveler's Tales.
Right, fuck. But what I was going to say is that my opinion with that is, like, Crash got his start in the PS4, or PlayStation 1. There was 3 games originally on the PlayStation 1.
Revived on the PS4.
Exclusive.
Yeah, I understand that too.
Like, it's good to have it on Switch so people experience it and so that they can play it on the go. Also, I fucking hate Okami, okay? I love Platinum Games and I love Clover Studio.
I didn't like Okami.
Is the most boring fucking game I've ever played. Like, it is visually beautiful.
Oh,
I love Japanese mythology and I think that all the little references are really neat. But I find that game... it's like, the ending of the third Lord of the Rings movie where it, like, fades to black 30 fucking times? That's what I feel like Okami does. Like, all of those quests drag on too fucking much.
Yeah, I understand.
And then once you complete one part of the main quest, it's like, it feels like the game is going to end, and then it's like, oh, but there's another threat in this other part of Japan, and it's like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I don't remember much of playing it.
You fight Orochi 3 times, and it is a long boss fight.
Yeah. I played the re-release on the Wii. That was the first time I played it.
I played the PS3 version, and I
played the PS3 and PS4 versions, because I wanted it on disc.
I had a fun time. Not like... Because I know everyone fucking loves Okami.
I really don't.
Well, I mean, besides you. Like, I thought it was okay. I don't think it's, like, the masterpiece that everyone says it is.
Yeah, I think that it's pretty average, personally.
It's an okay game. Like, yeah.
It's... Honestly, if they're gonna start remastering, Platinum / Clover Studio stuff, where the fuck is Beautiful Joe?
Right?
Like, straight up. I have not experienced Beautiful Joe, so recently, because I've been playing a lot of Bayonetta, I was like... I want to see where Kamiya got his start with beat-em-ups.
I'll tell you where Beautiful Joe is.
Wonderful 101.
Not in MVCI.
No, he's a costume. He's a costume in Street Fighter V Arcade Edition that you have to unlock by playing the extra battle mode.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Ew.
So remasters. They mentioned a lot of them. Now I mentioned Kirby. Because it's coming out next week. I kind of wish they weren't going to even talk about it today because it's coming out in only 8 days from now.
It feels pretty redundant. Yeah,
I was kind of hoping they were going to talk about Yoshi.
Yeah, me too.
They fucking showed it off, like 2 years ago?
It was at last year's E3, and that was it.
Okay.
It still doesn't have a proper name. It's still just Yoshi.
Yeah, it's just Yoshi.
Is that actually like its official name? It's just Yoshi?
No, that's just what they're calling it right now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Like, didn't they only call... didn't they just give Kirby a name, too? Like, as of, January?
Yeah,
I feel
with the
like
mini...
it was just called Kirby Switch up in...
Yeah, it was just called Kirby, and when they did that mini direct in January, they gave the game its name.
Right. Yeah,
okay,
right.
That makes sense.
It was just called Kirby for the longest time.
And now he's Kirby.
So, they really focused heavily on Mario Tennis Aces.
I don't give a shit, and let me explain. I think it looks solid, but I really preferred the... This is going to sound kind of weird, because I know it's very divisive, but did you guys ever play the Mario Tennis games for Game Boy Color and GBA?
No.
Not Color, but GBA, yes.
Okay, you know how there's like an actual story mode to that?
Yep. I
wish-
totally know where you're going.
That's
Yep.
all I fucking care about. Like,
That was super
I
fun.
loved the gameplay, but the story mode was really fucking fun and actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was nice, like, kind of
Wasn't it a
wholesome.
Square game? I feel like it was a Square game.
No, it wasn't a fucking Square game.
It was played on a square field, though.
Not in it. But, yeah, basically it was like, you go to basically an academy,
Yeah.
and I actually really liked that premise, because I don't know why, this is going to sound really weird, but I like the premise where it's like, school for niche thing. like at this point I just feel like school at this point I just feel like school for fucking school for weirdo survivalists. It's not actually a school, you just go into the wilderness and survive. The last kid standing wins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to
Right.
play this game, the tennis game, but I kind of think that, first of all, just watching this fucking thing and they're showing off all the things you can do in this game, I was confused as hell.
If I get it, I'd only play like the simple mode.
Yeah. Like
I don't want all
that
this fancy
fucking
shit.
that zone speed shit and zone shot shit, and the fact that you can use the motion controls and aim your shot so that you like always get a free point.
Yeah, like who cares?
Yeah.
And then they have this thing where you can break your opponent's racket and then they're forced to forfeit the match. Like, what kind of shit is that in tennis?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
you know,
sure
I,
not to
honestly,
go with
if you went to fucking whatever the fucking tennis big event is, I think it's Wimbledon, isn't it?
Wimbledon,
I
yeah.
don't care.
If fucking Serena Williams went to Wimbledon and she broke her opponent's racket by hitting them that hard, fuck me, I would watch a lot more tennis.
I mean, I feel.
I just did not
those fucking
give.
tennis players could jump 10 feet into the air like Mario characters and break each other's rackets and like throw fireballs.
Like,
Man, tennis would be one hell of
If
a
Mario
sport.
Tennis was actually realistic,
Real-
boy.
Wait, I think you mean the other way
tennis.
around. If real tennis was anything like Mario Tennis.
Well, yeah. That's what I mean. Like, boy, I'd actually give a fuck about tennis.
Yeah.
But since
Like
it's
this-
not, I don't care.
This is why I think every sport needs a league where people are just allowed to be on steroids. But yeah, it looks solid, but I miss the story modes and I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not gonna buy that shit either. Fuck that.
No.
I feel like I'm still on like the nostalgia of like my games as a kid were fucking Smash, Paper Mario, and Mario Tennis. Those were the 3 games I owned on my 64, and I played the fuck out of all 3 of them.
Only
So
3?
I'm on that nostalgia train of like Mario Tennis. I didn't play. I think I played the GameCube one for a little bit, and I count like the GBA and like those ones like in a different league of their own because they're not
Yeah,
like
that's
just,
fair.
like,
Dude,
Yeah,
I had
tennis.
on the N64. I had that game, that obscure 3D fighter called Mace the Dark Age on my fucking console.
I don't fucking know.
That fucking, you want to talk about fucking having like so very few games? I had like 4, and that was one of them.
I had a couple.
I don't remember, but I came from a wealthy family, so I had whatever I wanted.
But
Look at you fucking peasants with your one game when I had an entire fucking
My
TV
dad
stand
was a-
full of them.
Dick. He wouldn't let us get games, even though we could afford it.
Oh, that sucks. But didn't your dad also contribute to the PS3's development?
Heavily.
Like,
We're
what an
significantly
asshole.
richer now. We're significantly more well off than we
That's
were
fair.
when we were
That's
a
fair.
wee children.
now they focused on. They showed off the ARMS update. I don't really care.
No. I'm gonna say this, right? I haven't played ARMS, so I don't know if it's viable as an esport, but it's still got a better shot at being at EVO compared to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
No doubt.
Play the test punch when it comes out at the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a look.
I'm
gonna
thinking
see.
about it, yeah.
I played the test punch before the game came out, and I thought it was pretty cool.
I've seen footage and it looks pretty good, but I haven't
It
gone out
looks-
to buy it because it looks.
It looks so gimmicky and just I don't know.
Well, it was a launch title, wasn't it?
No.
No.
It came out-
like
in-
several months after.
Yeah, it came out in June.
fuck. It was one of those games that was in between Zelda and Mario that you don't remember.
Nobody cared. Yeah.
I wouldn't say nobody cared because that game actually was pretty popular for a little while.
Got some traction.
Until Splatoon 2 came out.
But, yeah, so I skipped all the ARM stuff. Same with the Splatoon 2 stuff. Like,
well, we got to talk about the Splatoon stuff because they have an expansion.
Hold up. We skipped Octopath and fucking Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, we did. I want Hyrule Warriors pretty bad, but
they didn't do anything. All they did was for Hyrule Warriors was announce the release date that they already announced 2 months ago.
Oh, did they really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Octopath looks neat. Like, it actually looks super cool.
The only thing I can honestly say that it, because I guess I'm the negative asshole today. I'm the drunk negative asshole today.
Oh, he's drunk, folks.
Edition, what?
I said he's drunk, folks.
Yes, yeah, when am I not? But the collector's edition, it looks okay, but it's totally not worth however much they're asking.
No, not at all. It's not worth it whatsoever.
I'm tired of this bullshit where companies will release a collector's edition, and it is not worth the money that you pay for it. Like, have you guys seen...
It is only worth, like, $100 if they give you a fucking statue.
Okay, yeah, like, let me explain. Because I was going to buy Ni no Kuni 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Ni no Kuni 2 is already $80 Canadian. Because that's how much a PS4 game is.
Gross.
Now, if you pay $100, you get the Steelbook, which is horse shit.
Yeah.
You get the, quote, premium edition, and that's the Steelbook and some DLC.
Hmm.
Or you can pay fucking $250, and you get, like, a chibi figurine that rotates... a plushie of one of the characters. I don't know which one, because I didn't play the first one. You get, like, a making of Blu-ray. You get all this really nice shit. And it just kind of bothers me that, like, your tiers are basically, you get the game, you get the Steelbook, and some shit that you don't really need, and then this. Like, that kind of bothers me. Like, for me, personally, I think that if you're going to release a Steelbook, and you're going to have a season pass with DLC... then what to do is, if you're going to charge me $100, then fucking bundle those together.
I got, like, I only own, like, 2 or 3 Steelbooks. I like them. They're neat. All of them I have gotten for free.
I got 4.
The Assassin's Creed 3 Steelbook, because my dad just fucking picked it up when he got the game.
Nice.
And then, I don't remember what my second one is, but when I got my Switch for Christmas... they were apparently doing a deal that if you buy Mario Kart 8, you get a Mario Kart 8 Steelbook.
What the fuck? They make Steelbooks for the Switch?
I've got a Mario Kart 8 Steelbook.
What does it look like? Is it still the same size as a normal Switch case?
Still same size. My little brother has it, but like it's steel, and it's got, instead of like the normal shit, it's just got like Mario holding like a gold trophy on it.
Oh, okay.
It's neat.
The Steelbooks that I own are Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, which
we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Extra. It was a waste of money. KOF 14, because it was the only copy that they had in my local GameStop, and it was really cheap. Persona 5, but I got that with the collector's edition anyway, because I really wanted to support Atlas.
Oh, oof.
Oh my god, the fucking Persona 5 collector's edition is so fucking nice, dude.
Persona on Switch when?
Never.
No. SMT 5 when? That's the question you should be asking.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck, I own a couple more, but...
yeah.
Wow, that's really gonna... Oh, Yakuza Kiwami. And that was because it was cheaper. It was actually cheaper to get the Steelbook than it was to get the game itself. So, like, the Steelbook was like $28, and the game itself, like, if it was just the normal edition, it was like $80.
Oh. The fuck?
And they were both new. Like, I don't know what the fuck the deal was there. This is why I shop on Amazon.
So, regarding Splatoon 2, I don't give a fuck about the costumes. The 100 costumes, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're adding in, 3 new maps?
I feel like some of them are, like, returning maps from Splatoon 1.
I never played either one, so I really don't know.
Well, yeah.
One thing, though, I disagree with, and while this is like an expansion to the game, which I think is neat, the Octo expansion, it's $20.
Yeah, it's $20, but it's also like, if I wasn't really paying attention, gonna be honest, but I feel like the guy said like it's like 80 missions, so it's like a decent amount of stuff. But $20, maybe $10,
15 at the most.
maybe 15. I don't know.
Yeah,
15 at the most.
it's going to be a little bit extra.
And that's supposed to come.
Canadian currency.
That's supposed to come out later this year. And then they go to sign off.
Oh God!
Telling us that they're done.
With my heart.
Yeah. So basically, they went to sign off, and so this year thus far for press events seems to be just the year of like signing off
trolling
and doing
us.
good shit. Like NIS America faked us out. What?
Oh, but by the way, we have one more thing for you.
Exactly.
By the way, here's fucking Smash.
At first, I thought it was something new for Splatoon because that's all they showed was the Inkling girl.
Yeah, 'cause they showed the Inkling girl.
Yeah.
And then fucking just the fucking Smash logo shows up in flames, and then just 2018.
I came several times.
My dick was fucking diamond status.
Legit. Okay. Y'all fucking watching at home, you won't know this. I ain't wearing pants right now. Like at all.
Oh God, Sean, no. Did you bust a nut?
For good fucking reason, because I was watching the Splatoon update, and then they announced the expansion, Octo expansion, whatever the fuck, and my heart, it like sputtered. It's just like, oh, Inkling and Smash. And I watched it, I'm like, oh God, why would you do this to me, heart, you bastard? But then, no, I was actually like, my depression got worse after my heart was just like, oh, Inkling and Smash. And then they're just
Sean had the moment.
One more thing. I'm like, there it is. There it is. It's Smash.
Sean was like the homeless person when you dangle the $5 bill just out of their reach.
Yeah, I was. And then you just suddenly, I jumped up and grabbed that $5.
But then you beat the guy up and took a hundo.
When I fucking saw those HD models of those Inklings, I'm like, no fucking way. No fucking way. It fades to black. The Inkling turns around, fire in the eye. I was like, there it is, ladies and
that's the fucking moment.
And then my cock turned into a fire hose full of jizz.
Yeah.
Yes. I nut several times.
Everywhere. Holy shit, that was cool.
Okay, so besides the fact that I'm jazzed as all actual fuck and that this could be my game of the year if it actually comes out this year like they're promising, what I did notice, they're using the Breath of the Wild model for Link. So that could Yes. That could either just be an alternate costume, because like they had alternate, like Wario could turn into his normal costume, and fucking there was like Robin and Corrin, they had alternate costumes, whatever. But I'm also thinking it's either an alternate costume or confirmed this is at least a remaster.
Yeah, it's definitely a remaster, at the very least.
Like, they're adding new characters, first of all. It can't just be Inklings. Like, and again, like, I feel like the Inklings are going to be the similar thing as, like, Corrin and Robin. Like, you switch your colors, it'll change between the two. Because it'd be dumb if it's just two different characters.
That's true.
But, like, I feel like... Because with every Smash, they update Link's look specifically. Everyone else looks pretty similar.
But they always put the latest Link.
Yes. Like, the original was fucking...
Ocarina of Time. And then for Melee, you had... Well, actually, in Melee, you had adult and child Link from Ocarina.
Yeah.
And then for Brawl, you had Twilight Princess.
And now we have... In Smash 4, it's kind of like... It's kind of Skyward Sword, but not really.
Okay. Because I haven't played Smash 4, so...
But, Smash 5, like, Breath of the Wild. It makes sense. Now, if this is just a rematch, if it's just a port, neat. Cool. I'm fucking down.
Smash.
It's not Smash just a port. It's at least
Switch. If it's a remaster, fuck yes.
It is.
Sounds like a twitchy drug addict right now, guys. He's like, dude, I need my fix.
No, Smash is my shit. I fucking adore Smash.
You want to talk about fucking
I will
needing...
kick your ass in Smash again.
You want to... You shut your mouth right now, you motherfucker. You
SmackDown Sunday, let's fucking go, bitches.
You shut your mouth right now, you son of a bitch, because you remember what you did to me for during Extra Life 2015?
Because I'm better than you. You're garbage.
You owe me a rematch.
I religiously play Smash Brothers.
You owe me a rematch, you motherfucker.
I hadn't seen this much salt.
Ladies and gentlemen. Fucking Smash 4.5 or Smash 5 rematch. Me and the Rose. Let's fucking go. I'm going to piss all over your grave, you son of a fuck.
And God help me, you fucking bitch. If this game comes out in time for Extra Life 2018, you bet your ass I'm gonna bring the fight to you like it's never been brought before. You took my mojo from Smash Wii U, and I've never been the same again. But let me tell you something, you cocksucking motherfucker. I'm coming back with a vengeance, and I'm gonna whoop your candy ass.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And I just knocked down my camera.
First. Extra Life this year, if Smash is out, it's going to be a real slobber knocker.
And I just knocked over my camera and my microphone, hitting the desk.
See, I was going to interject with either, you guys are so salty, it reminds me of the last time I've been to the Dragon Ball Fighters Reddit, which is pretty fucking salty. I don't know if you guys have been there recently.
Well, see, this is friendly salt, because we both know that I'm fucking better than him.
You're gonna get your ass kicked, son.
Listen. Of all the anti-competitive shit Sakura has done to Brawl, at least he hasn't put in fucking auto combos.
Yeah.
We hope.
Smash
just do it. Yeah, no more tripping. Just every character has an auto combo.
Can't wait.
That boy's gonna have a fight on his hands.
Yeah.
More unlike anything he's ever known.
With a fucking just like Macho Man Randy Savage just promo, and the cream rises to the top. I'm the cream of the crop, brother.
That guy, he owes me a control. Yeah. He owes me a fucking controller.
It's not my fault you broke your controller because I'm better than you.
He owes me a rematch, and I'm gonna get my mojo back.
I wanted to rematch you for real for a long time, and fucking kick your ass because I'm better than you.
Because I'm fucking better than you.
I have been playing Smash since I was a fucking baby.
Babu.
Now, the only reason I never tried to kick your ass in our Smash Bros. Parties when it was me, you, Chceck, and Yori was because
it was the only threat.
Was because I always just had it out because I wanted to just kick Chceck's fucking face in for the dumb way he played this game.
I know at least Chceck will be listening later, and he's gonna give me shit for that.
Dad, stop fighting. It's Christmas.
No, Christmas is fucking over.
Christmas is ruined.
I always fucking win. I am better than all of you.
You're gonna get it, son. I'm gonna train like I've never trained before to beat you.
He's gonna need a montage.
Dude, I will fucking pull out that little Mac dick and smack you across the face like I did.
You know, that was a banned move, you motherfucker!
Okay, that's why we had a fucking salty run back, and I still kicked your ass without it.
Holy fuck, guys, can we move on?
No, I'm going to destroy him and Smash.
Holy fuck!
You know what? If we miss Extra Life this year, it's gonna come out around Christmas. Hopefully, I will bring the season's beatings to you. You won't even know what Christmas is.
I'll be doing the season's beatings myself.
He's going to shove his foot so far up your ass that coal won't be the only thing in your stocking.
But also, he's not, because I'm better than him.
Oh my fucking god.
I was better than you.
Who won?
I was better than you for 3 out of those 4 fights. But then you had to cheat, and you used... You fucking used Little Mac, you little bitch.
Little Mac he's like the worst.
You used that fucking... You used the fucking OTK move.
Oh my god, it's like a 1 in a million chance of actually fucking hitting.
You fucking used that banned OTK bullshit, and that was it. I broke my controller, and that was the end of it. And we did a run back Of those
Ladies and
last,
gentlemen, you are currently witnessing the Scrub Lord in its natural environment.
we
Watch
did
as the Scrub Lord feeds on the salt of its enemies.
we did the run back of those last 2 games, but at that point it was too late because I had already broke my shit.
It's your own fucking fault, kid.
You're gonna get what's coming to you, so help me God.
No. Not gonna fucking happen.
I will
start playing Smash 4 right now.
The humble Scrub Lord tends to lurk on internet forums and typically avoids predators by telling them to get good.
Or your mom
Complaining of lag. And complaining of lag.
You're gonna
Wait,
get
Who's
it.
the Scrub Lord then? Me or
Both
him?
of you, Jesus fuck.
I don't go on forums or complain about lag. If I lose, I lose. Like, fair, GG. All right, you're better
Oh
than
my
me.
god. Anyway, can we please move on?
I will win. End of story.
Yeah,
Continue.
that's what you think.
So the other thing Nintendo announced. So first and foremost, I didn't actually bitch about Nintendo's customer service like I planned. So
Well, no, you can do that now because we're gonna
I guess I'll do that
segue.
now before we move on to the news stories.
Yeah, because we're gonna segue into the rewards thing after that. So
Yeah. So like I ended up going out and buying a copy of Darkest Dungeon for Switch,
Okay, cool.
like on the eShop. Now I've already played Darkest Dungeon on the PC. I think it's really good. It's really stylistic. But the problem is, I bought it on the Switch because first of all, it comes with all the DLC. Like, there's an edition with all the DLC.
Mhm.
Secondly, I did it because I wanted to play it on the go. Because it's one of those games where it's like, you go out, you do a quest, you can have a short burst, and then you can be done.
Sure.
Right? I don't play many portable games, but like I figured, why not? Just to have it like in my room if I'm taking a break from working.
Sure.
Because that's kind of when I play most of my games. Like I'll boot up, Third Strike or Garou or something on, like, I'll boot up like Street Fighter on my Switch, or I'll go to my PS4 and play a couple of matches of Fatal Fury. But the UI in this fucking game is just illegible because it's so tiny.
Oh.
And I haven't tried it docked yet because I'm too lazy to get underneath where my Switch dock is for my TV in the living room.
it's not
But
that
the UI
bad.
is so
Come
fucking
on.
tiny and so illegible for any person, not just myself. So that I was trying to return it. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Nintendo doesn't actually have Nintendo's return policy is that they don't have one.
Yes.
Pretty much, and they never will.
Their return policy, like, I went to speak to customer service because on their website they state that you cannot return something if you do not like it. And I was like, well, I have a legitimate reason. Like, I have a visual disability.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I have a visual impairment, so, like, they can't fault me for having a disability.
Right.
Now, I'm in chat with this person because I really don't want to fucking call into Nintendo.
Right.
I really don't. So I'm in chat with this guy, and he was really nice. And I don't believe in giving customer service people any shit. So I explained the situation. I was like, I bought this because I liked it. I played it on PC before. The UI was fine there. Whatever. I got it on Switch. It was fucking illegible. I have a disability.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, we don't have a returns policy. If you wanted if you wanted any assistance or for us to pursue anything any further, you'd have to call in to Nintendo. And I was like, oh, fuck that. Like, I don't want to call you people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, well, I'm going to see how it is docked, and I might call if there's an issue. Because maybe when it's docked, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just like a handheld thing.
But it might just be like a handheld thing, because I know that basically the programmers of Darkest Dungeon, when the PS4 and Vita, I think it's on Vita as well, when the PS4 version launched, they said the reason they couldn't alter the UI size is because it matches the resolution of whatever screen it's displayed on. So it's kind of like, if it's on my big screen, it's probably going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's nonsense that Nintendo does not have any form of returns policy.
Especially
And
nowadays.
allegedly, right? Like, especially in today's world, like, I can understand not having a return policy like Steam, because Steam's return policy is like, if you have under X amount of hours in a game, you're basically guaranteed to return it.
Yeah.
I don't think PS4 has a return system either.
I don't think so.
I mean, that kind of sucks. I mean, I understand in a way why they won't give you the game, a return of the game, but I think for certain reasons they kind of should, or at least...
Basically, I think that it should be a case where it's like, you shouldn't be allowed to return something on the basis that you don't like it. If that makes sense. Like, if I go out and I buy, it's kind of like when you go to an actual retail store. If I go out and I buy fucking, I'm trying to think of an example of something I wouldn't like. If I go out and I buy a first-person shooter and I don't like it, then I try to return it. They're going to tell me to fuck off.
Right.
But I feel that if I go out and I buy like a defective product and I go to return it, then they'll let me return it. So I think it should be a case where it's like, if I buy, say, Assassin's Creed, like one of the Assassin's Creed games back when Ubisoft was releasing all these really fucking buggy games, and it's fundamentally broken, then I should be able to return it, as long as I've logged under a certain number of hours in it. So long as my reason is, this game is so buggy, it is unplayable right now, and I do not think I should have to wait for a patch, I feel that I've wasted my money. Or if I buy Darkest Dungeon and I'm like, I have a disability, this is physically unplayable on the Switch when it is in portable form, I should be able to return it. So long as it has been, say, like 2 or 3 days it has been within 72 hours of purchase, and I have logged less than 3 hours in it.
Yeah.
Or less than 4 hours in it, whatever. Like, and even then, I think that is like that is not even a hard and fast limit. That's like a general guideline, because there's always cases where this shit happens.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, they should have something. I think they all should have something.
Yeah. But the customer service rep for Nintendo apparently let me in on this, and I think that it's really fucking scummy. Like, apparently what happens, so I usually read the terms of service for things whenever I sign up for them.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went for the eShop, I was like, oh, it's Nintendo, whatever. Now, apparently the guy claimed that in the terms of service for the eShop, it states that you can't return shit. Ever. Under most circumstances, you're unable to return things. He also stated that apparently when you go to like actually check out from the eShop and buy your shit, there's a little disclaimer that says all purchases are final, which I was unaware of. Like, I just kind of, because I've never thought of these things. I usually make purchases thinking, okay, well, this is going to be final. I'm not going to return this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of making purchases, the Nintendo rewards program thing that they're doing now for the eShop is now up and running, and you can earn gold points based on the amount of money you spend. You can use your points that you earned for purchases on the Nintendo eShop for games and DLC on the Switch system. It says 1 gold point is equal to 1 penny. U.S. penny. So essentially 100 points is a U.S. dollar. It says here you can receive up to 5% back on digital purchases on the Wii U, 3DS, and the Switch. However, if you make a physical game purchase, it doesn't include 3DS games, and you only get 1% rewards points back on Switch games.
Well, you see, your reward is the fact that you get to have something on your shelf, he said sarcastically. Now, I think this is bullshit, and let me explain why.
And they have an asterisk next to the 1%, like they know they're fucking you. And
where's the little disclaimer? Like, what does the asterisk mean?
It doesn't say anything. It just has an asterisk next to the 1%. The 5% doesn't have it.
No, here, hold on.
And then underneath it says, it gives you an example. So if you buy a $60 game on the eShop, you get 300 gold points, which is equal to $3. $3 eligible for purchases you can use, towards whatever you buy on your next purchase if you want to use it. Again, points are good for a year. So once you redeem, get those points for a purchase, you have up to 1 year to use them. Otherwise, you lose them. Now they are really pushing digital purchases here.
Yeah,
because it doesn't give you.
It says, next to the asterisk, it states that basically the 1% is when you go out and you buy a physical version of the game. They give you 1% of what the eShop price is.
Which is pretty much the same. Like if you, let's say, somebody went out tomorrow and bought Super Mario Odyssey, It's $60 on the eShop. It's $60 in the store.
Actually, no, that is not the case.
No, it's not.
It's $60 in store and like 65.
Really? So it's actually more on the eShop?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fucked.
it costs more on the eShop.
So, but it doesn't tell you, like, it doesn't give you an example how much you would get back on a 1% reward purchase. It only gives you the 5%. Yeah. So they are really pushing digital sales, and I think it's because they want to help, like, take down the used game market.
Now, I personally
and the
think
rental
that,
markets.
Well, Nintendo's always been anti-rental.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise. But what I was going to say is that if they really wanted, because I think this is highly unfair, I really think that what Nintendo should do is it should be, when you receive a new Nintendo game, you are given a download, like a not like a download code, but a redeemable code that is worth whatever the game's, that is still worth that 5%.
I mean, it's kind of like they kind of did that with that Nintendo Club thing that they closed down, where you had your code and you had to go, you know, off site to redeem that code, and you got your reward points for that, and you could, you know, use that on that to get, you know, some goodies. But I just think the difference is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, like 5% and 1%. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like, the thing is, they're incentivizing you spending more money and spending digitally. Like, there's, I see 3 problems with this. Firstly, it's that it's just blatantly fucking unfair.
Yes.
Like, it is just blatantly unfair. The second thing is that when you buy digitally, there you are. I think that the benefits of these 5% does not outweigh the detriments of digital. Like, I don't buy digital games for the most part unless I absolutely have to.
Right, I'm the same way.
I prefer having stuff on my shelf, even if it means I have to change out game cartridges every now and then.
Right.
And on top of that, if I'm completely honest with you, I don't, at least on Switch, to my knowledge, playing on a cart does not take up extra space.
No, I don't think it does.
On PS4 it does, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah. Because they, like, for PS4, for instance, like, it's just like a... Once you fucking install the game, it's more or less just an on button. Let the disc.
Yeah, which I think is horseshit.
Yeah.
But I don't really see a way around that either, other than when you get the disc, it's like, when you get your physical version, it's like, oh, here's the download code.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's in lieu of a disc at this point, because we're in a digital age, I just like to have shit on my shelf to know what I own.
Sure.
Right? Like, I don't like the like looking through digital folders. I like actually looking at my shelf and going, look at all the shit that I've bought.
Right.
I have something tangible to show for my money.
I'm the same exact way. Now, you know, you don't see GameStop doing this. Like, you know, because they totally could if they wanted to. You know, to benefit themselves. Because, like, you know, as of right now, you go to GameStop, you get 20 points per dollar spent. Unless you're an elite member, then you get 30 points per dollar spent. Now, they could say you can get that amount only if you buy a used game. But if you buy a new game, they'll only give you 2 points per dollar spent. They can do the same thing, but they don't. Because it's more fair, and Nintendo should do the same thing. They shouldn't penalize you for wanting to own a physical fucking copy of the game.
Nintendo's fucking dumb.
I was gonna say, I've got two or three problems with Nintendo as a whole, and I love Nintendo. But firstly is that Nintendo is always behind the times.
Yes.
Right? Like, their eShop is fucking trash. They still use friend codes. There's this reward system. There's the not having a returns policy, or, you know, if I'm completely honest with you, not particularly good customer service or a good CS website.
Yes.
Like, it basically, I had to wade through like 30 different things just to get to the customer service, like to actually speak to an agent. Now, but the thing is, Nintendo can fucking get away with it.
Because it's Nintendo.
Because it's Nintendo. Like, Nintendo gets away with it because there's parents that see Nintendo as, like, Nintendo's a family-friendly company, which they are. And these parents, even if they're not necessarily gamers themselves, they might have grown up with Nintendo or having heard about Nintendo.
Yeah. Everybody
like, Nintendo is a household name.
Everybody fucking knows Nintendo.
Like
Nintendo has enough
we're
recognition.
fucking kids, and you have a PlayStation. Oh, are you playing on your Nintendo? No, Mom, it's a PlayStation. Like even that shit. Like,
Oh, my
everyone
grandparents
knows
always called
Nintendo.
them game machines.
My parents always called them game decks.
What? That's weird.
Game decks, and they called the controllers paddles.
Paddles. What are the ping
Christ.
pong?
So let's keep in the theme with Nintendo news, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Real quick, if you pre-order Kirby Star Allies, for anybody who gives a shit about this, in some stores in North America and Canada, pre-ordering Kirby Star Allies at launch will get people a cinch bag, or like what I call them, tote bags. In the U.S., Target will offer this bag when people buy a $60 game, and in Canada, those who pre-order the game for $80 Canadian from EB Games or Microplay will also get the bag.
Can't say I'm familiar with Microplay.
Kirby Star Allies
It looks really good, like really cute.
It tells you, yeah, it's a pink cinch bag. It's got the logo on it. It's got Kirby on
Kirby's
the front.
face on the other half.
Yeah, on the back side it's just his face. On the front it's got Kirby and a couple of the friend characters on it with the logo. I think if you're gonna pre-order the game, it says some stores. I imagine GameStop in America is doing this.
More than likely.
Probably.
If you're gonna pre-order the game, if you already did, then you're gonna get this as a bonus without even knowing it. But if you really want this bag, you can still pre-order it. You have until the 16th. You have another week to do so.
I gotta be honest, I like stuff like this. Like, I would never actually use the Kirby bag for anything.
No, I wouldn't.
Just
either.
I just like the idea of it. Like, I because games no longer come with physical manuals or anything like fun with them. I like feelies, if that makes sense. Like, I think that's the term that people have used to describe it in the past. It's just additional shit. Like, when I pre-order stuff, I don't want fucking DLC. I don't want character unlocks. I don't want a slip cover that says Day 1 Edition. I want, like, something physical and enjoyable. Like, and I really think that that's why I buy so many collector's editions, is because of that. Like, the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition, that fucking Sonic statue sits on top of my PS4.
I wish I had room to display my statues, bro. I totally would.
The only thing is, like, some collector's editions I've found aren't super worth it. Like, if it comes with an art book, I gotta be honest, I'm gonna look at the art book once and then never again. If it comes with the soundtrack, I'm probably gonna put it on my computer, find what tracks I like, delete the rest, and then put it on my phone, which is fine. But, like, stuff that, and actually, I think the best example of this is, like, the Persona 5 Collector's Edition. I had the box on display, and I'm glad that I bought it, because, supporting Atlas, whatever, like, Persona's great. But it comes with a Morgana plushie that I tried to sit on top of my TV, but the damn thing's too top-heavy.
Yeah, you
So my
mentioned
TV's, like, big.
you mentioned that a couple episodes ago, actually.
Yeah, it's too top-heavy to sit on top of my TV. An art book that I've looked at once, a soundtrack, like a mini soundtrack, because Atlas does that shit. And it came with a little bag, and it's like, I'm never going to use the bag for anything.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that, though. Like, even then, even though I'm not going to use half of that shit, like, I like the idea of it.
Sure.
I like the notion that, like, I spent X amount of dollars, and while this stuff may not necessarily be high-quality stuff, it still allows me to support the creator and get something in return.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I like when, if you pre-order something, you're going to get something,
Yeah, 'cause
a
it's
physical
good.
goodie.
Well, it's like, I've shown support for this. I feel like I should, like, I feel like because I've shown my support in this way, I, as a consumer, am entitled to something extra. And I don't like DLC codes. I think DLC codes are the fucking poor man's way.
I don't like pre-order DLC, especially when, like, what they did with Mortal Kombat 9 was absolute bullshit. Like, with Mortal Kombat 9, different stores got different pre-order DLC costumes for characters. Like, GameStop got Scorpion, and Sub-Zero, I think it was. Walmart, I think, got Johnny Cage and another character. Amazon got like Katana and Jade. I just thought that was really fucking dumb. I mean, they all came to the game as DLC regardless, but in terms of pre-order DLC, you had to pick one, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's just shit they're funny. Like, if it's like, oh, pre-order exclusive DLC, which I don't think has been a thing for a long time. I haven't heard any stories of it happening for a while, but I know it used to happen. Like, oh, hey, this is pre-order exclusive DLC. Like, oh, you get, this good weapon or whatever. Like, I think that's utter bullshit. Like, they're cutting content literally that was already in the game. Like, for sure.
Well, now they're doing...
It's blatant that they're cutting shit just so they can fucking, like, resell it.
Well, now they're doing the whole pre-order at such and such store and get it 4 days early.
Yeah, like, fuck off.
But that was that bit of news, and I'm gonna take that all with a grain of salt. Next thing I want to talk about is the Division 2. Division 2 that got announced today. Cypher, why don't you take the reins on this one?
It says here that Ubisoft has been dropping hints since last year, but has in fact confirmed that it is a real thing. They streamed a brief Q&A about the sequel earlier today, and this was only 8 hours ago. So this is on Thursday when we're recording this. So it's this year, and they said it will be one of the only times they will talk about it before E3. So we're thrilled to announce that we're working on Tom Clancy's The Division 2, and that development will be led by Massive Entertainment in collaboration with Ubisoft Reflections, Red Storm Entertainment, Ubisoft Annecy, Ubisoft Shanghai, and Ubisoft Bucharest.
That's a lot of Ubisoft.
That's a fuck ton of Ubisoft. But not Ubisoft Montreal, so my country's Ubisoft got left out.
The only one that matters, honestly.
It just says here they're taking everything they learned in the past 2 years and putting it towards the sequel so that they do it right. Which is respectable. Which is very respectable. Like, I think that... So apparently the first game got really lukewarm reviews.
Yeah.
I heard it was decent. I've been wanting to play it. Like, my brother has it, and I can play it, like, whenever the fuck I want, but I just haven't bothered for some reason.
I personally just don't... I'm not good at shooters, so I don't play shooters all that often.
This is not a solo game. That's what a big problem with it was. It is very boring on your own. If you have a friend or two, I don't know if it's how many people you can play with, at least just like the story campaign, it is really fucking fun. You're just fucking around with friends. But by yourself, that's a lot of the hate that it got. It's just like, by itself, single player, it's very boring.
Yeah.
And like, they had a lot of promises for the game, and it just didn't... Like, the Dark Zone, I don't know how much you know about it, but the Dark Zone is this thing. It's like open world PvP that you can either work together or fight against each other to get better loot. But there's no point in fighting each other. Like, if you work together, everyone gets the good loot, and the only reason to fight them is to be a dick. Sure, if you kill them, you steal all their loot, but you could just work together and get the same shit either way.
Yeah, like, there's no incentive.
There's really no incentive. And then, like, if you kill someone, you go rogue. And literally everyone on the fucking map knows your location. And they will find you and kill you. And then they get rewarded for killing you.
Yeah, it's like, why even give anyone
why
an
bother?
option?
Besides being a dick.
I must be honest, I don't care about these fucking Tom Clancy video games either. Like, the last one that I've heard Rainbow Six Siege is okay.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually pretty fun.
The only Tom Clancy game I ever played was Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought was really good.
I played Hawks when that came out because I really like flight sims. Hawks is like the most fucking bare bones like autopilot flight sim. Like it literally there's a thing that you do in Hawks where it's like it's basically like the targeting computer from Star Wars. It's basically that, and what it is, it's like a series of Superman 64 rings that you fly through that put you in the perfect position to destroy your target.
You had to bring that up, didn't you? That game's a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, that's how bad it was.
Jesus.
I think there was a point in it where you saved the U.S. president, so it was basically like a shitty game with lots of America fuck yeah in it.
Dude, I'm down. I'm in. Let's go. But I've actually played quite a bit of Tom Clancy games recently. I've been playing the fuck out of Rainbow Six Siege. It's really fucking fun. Like, if you've got people to play with. I'm not... Okay, if you know anything about me, I hate FPS. I hate competitive FPS. They're the bane of fucking gaming, in my personal opinion.
Well, because it's dude bros.
It's all fucking dude bros. And it's all just like, oh, I fucked your mom.
Yeah, like 12-year-olds and dude bros.
Fuck
like,
off.
fuck, have you ever seen Major League Gaming back when that used to be on TV?
Ugh.
I watched it back. Oh, look, my Xbox has turned itself on. Too bad my camera just turned off.
My PS4 started doing that recently, so I moved it back out into the main room of the apartment. And it turns out that I think it's because of static. Like, static electricity just triggers the fucking switch.
What the fuck?
I think there's just a ghost in my house, and the reason it turned itself on now of all times is because my camera's not on and it knows it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that it's probably just like static or something.
And it does it randomly. It doesn't do it every day. It does it like once a week, once every other week or something.
Yeah.
It's always random.
But anyway, regarding the Tom Clancy thing, it's like, I don't care. I hate fucking FPS games for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get it. And I think that it's a really, like, from what I know from the people that liked it, right? For the people that liked The Division, I was told that, like, the trailers made it look like one of the best games that was going to be released that year.
And then it was just like, meh.
There's too much hype surrounding it. Like, it was a really bad hype culture. And I feel like for the genre that it is and for the types of people that it naturally appeals to, that's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
They are their own hype.
Like, I hate FPS. Rainbow Six Siege, fantastic game. Like, I love the shit. I'm bad at it. Duh.
Yeah.
I'm garbage, but I love it. I've also recently purchased Ghost Recon Wildlands. When I first saw the trailer back whenever it was first announced, I'm like, oh, hey, that game could be kind of neat. And then I just kind of forgot about it. But a bunch of friends and I have been playing it recently, and it's, like, surprisingly polished and, like, surprisingly a very well-put-together game. And one of the best open-world games that I've played in a while. Which I was genuinely surprised. Like, even in single-player, because the whole point of it is you are like a recon group of 4 guys, and if you're playing by yourself, you have 3 AI partners, but the AI isn't brain dead. Like, they do just as much work as you do, and it's actually surprisingly enjoyable both in single player and multiplayer. My only gripe with it is that, like, if you play a male character, you're a fucking Chad. You know the guy. He's a fucking stereotypical dude douche in fucking college. Who's like, oh yeah, let's go to Chad's place and fucking have a kegger, you know?
You do that.
No,
You
it's
do
the
that
guy
a
who
little
walks
too
up
well,
to a
Sean.
girl and does, like, really overt shit, and then he's like, may I escort you to a kegger?
Speaking of, we'll be getting into that shortly.
But yeah, you know a Chad. Everyone knows a fucking Chad. Like, that's what the male characters look like in Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's the only real gripe I have with it.
Yeah, I don't like
you have to be a Chad.
The thing that bothers me with the military shooter, and, like, okay, for example, like, I play a lot of XCOM 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I just bought the DLC the other day, because I came into a lot of money this month.
Mm.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy the fucking XCOM 2 DLC.
Because why not?
And it's that the only fucking... If you make a male soldier, they're always, like, just a fucking generic, chiseled-looking dude who fucking... like, you've got, like... One thing I will give XCOM 2 is that it doesn't do the thing where it's like you have 4 hairstyles and they're all, like, buzz cuts.
Yeah.
because realism. Like, Metal Gear Solid 5 does that, and it's like, you can be generic white guy 1, generic white guy 2, generic white guy 3, or generic black guy 1.
Yeah.
You can be Ted, Tom, Jack, or Tyrone.
Or Chad.
Those are your options.
The obligatory black guy name.
Yeah, Tyrone.
I couldn't think of one, and I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to go with, so I was like, fuck it, Tyrone. I don't want to think about it for a minute and a half, but yeah, and that kind of bothers me. Like, I don't give a shit. I play video games to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, more customization options will always be infinitely better than fewer, especially when it's fewer for the sake of realism, in air quotes.
Yeah. But anyway, that tangent was just like, I've been playing Tom Clancy games recently, and they're actually surprisingly good. So, Division 2 could be good, especially if it's like, hey, we're gonna learn from our mistakes. To be fair, you can't fucking trust any developer nowadays.
No, that's true.
They could
But
say,
Ubisoft,
we're gonna learn from our mistake. But Ubisoft
but listen,
have
right,
been
Ubisoft
doing very well.
been. Like, when Ubisoft, I think it was Syndicate that came out before Origins.
Yes, Syndicate was pretty okay
bad.
from what
like, No, it was pretty buggy at launch, from what I remember.
Okay.
But, like, Ubisoft then saw, like, hey, we're kind of oversaturating the market with too many Assassin's Creed games.
And
we're
then,
not able to give them the focus that they deserve. And then they waited. They basically took a year off to make Origins.
And Origins has been getting good
It's
reviews.
one of the best ones, from what I've been told.
And, like, with Rainbow Six Siege, year 3 has just started this Tuesday. Like, they are going to support this game, as they've said, for 10 years. They want to support the fuck out of this game. And I'm down for that. Like, we just started year 3 this week. And, like, they just added, like, a fucking Left 4 Dead zombie horde mode, and it's fucking cool as shit. Like, they're gonna support this game, and, like, Ubisoft has been doing good lately. So, that has my hopes set surprisingly high for Division 2. Because they more or less fucked up our expectations for Division 1. And they're learning, maybe it could be a pretty okay game? I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I want to get into this this Inside Collector's Edition that costs
Okay, because I already have this one open.
$375.
But they don't fucking tell you what you get, other than you get a disc copy of Inside for PS4 and Steam codes for Inside and Limbo. It says, as for what else it contains, or the reason that it costs so much, quote, they describe it as other stuff and won't say. However, they're partnered with Real Doll, and I don't know if you know Real Doll, but they make sex toys.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, when I say, like, sex toys, I mean, like, you know those fucking sex dolls with, like, skeletons, steel joints, silicone flesh, all that weird shit?
We should
semi-realistic ones.
Yeah, those ones that are like cross the uncanny valley like 10 times over.
Mm-hmm.
We should all band together and buy Chceck one for Christmas next year. This way he could always have a girlfriend that'll never cheat on him, or turn on him, or anything.
Fuck, dude, that's harsh. Take a moment of silence for him after that. But yeah, it just says here that basically.
I'm sorry.
It may include a fleshy replica of the quote the fleshy thing from the game.
I got a fleshy
they're not
thing.
saying, and apparently won't say until it actually ships. In addition, it weighs a quote surprising amount, and therefore there will be associated shipping fees and tariffs. Now, I will kind of give PC Gamer a bit of shit for a second because they are clearly biased in this article by saying, wow, this deal just keeps getting better and better. They're also not saying when it will ship. The site only says shipping when done and admits, yes, that's vague.
Well, it says it's going to ship in Q1 2019. That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
much
it's like,
it.
I definitely agree with them, though, when they say that, like, if I'm spending fucking almost $400 on something, including, like, a shit ton of shipping and handling, I want to know what the fuck is inside it.
It's probably a golden fucking dildo that you could use to beat somebody over the head with.
I hope so.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'd drop fucking nearly $400 just for a golden dildo.
I mean, it's probably a replica of that fucking dildo bat from Saints Row.
The penetrator.
Only this one will be gold
What
and
it's fucking called?
Yeah, it's called the fucking penetrator.
only
Oh,
this one will be gold and it'll be double-ended for reasons.
Oh lord.
oh my god.
I am the new Sith Lord. The penetrator.
Darth Fuckicus. Darth Analyzer.
So there really wasn't much to say about that, but
Yeah.
so
I think that it's really scummy practice for them to be like, here, give us $375. Also, you're going to be paying a shit ton of shipping and tariffs, and we're not going to tell you what you get.
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, that's kind of fucked up.
It's really fucked.
So the God of War new game that comes out, not only is it getting the Stonemason Collector's Edition from GameStop, that's $150. It's also getting a limited edition PlayStation 4 Pro designed console. Obviously, that comes with the game.
It better.
Sony has announced a new PS4 Pro bundle for North America and Europe. When God of War is released on April 20th, 2018, people will have the option of getting a God of War PS4 Pro limited edition bundle. It will be a 1 terabyte system inspired by Kratos' Leviathan axe. It has the axe's skill tree on the surface, runes representing the game's realms on the side panels, and the handle design. It is paired with a copy of the game and the Leviathan Gray DualShock 4 controller that has Holdra Brothers and God of War branding on it. It will be $400, which is $500 Canadian.
Oh boy.
Okay, but like,
I actually think this looks really fucking good.
it looks awesome.
Dude, the controller is silver. That's points right there.
Yeah,
The whole console's
like,
silver.
the
Like,
console is fucking silver.
I'm
It's
tired-
got really cool like runes on it.
I don't know
The
about you
fucking-
guys, but I'm tired of black consoles.
I'm not. I like black.
Fuck
I mean,
black. Black
yeah.
sucks.
I like black.
The only
Once you
thing
go
I
black,
wish.
dude.
No. The only thing I wish is that basically, is that like the PS4 was black and red instead of just straight up black. Like I think the problem is not that everything is black, because like for the Xbox everything is white
Yeah.
for the most part. Like you do have the option of black, but for like the PS4 it's always been black. The PlayStation has always been black and like blue.
Mm-hmm.
And even then the blue was fair, except for the PlayStation 1, which was like gray.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But
I mean, personally, I've had
I
so
think
many.
they should just add a secondary color. Like if they're gonna change it up, like black and red would be nice, personally. Cause
Yeah.
I guess those are my favorite colors. So like I'm naturally biased.
I mean, out of all of my game consoles, I've had, the PS1 is gray, the N64 I had the black one, Xbox, the original one, was black and a little bit of green, mostly all black.
Yeah, it was mostly black.
PS2 black, PS3 black, PS3 Slim black, PS4 is black, my Xbox 360 is black, my Sega Dreamcast is white, which is nice. My Xbox One Forza 6 Edition is blue, which is good because fuck black. My Nintendo DS Lite was black. My fucking what else, man? So many other things I've owned
Christ, man.
is black.
You know the Rolling Stones song "Paint It Black." Is that actually just about your life?
I mean, I'm just so sick of owning things that are black. I want different colors.
I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm just gonna fucking I need the Audacity file for this because I'm gonna use that as a context.
Of course you will.
Owning things that are black.
Holy fuck!
I mean, I'm sure my ancestors owned some things that were black too.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, yes, Ford Model Ts were in fact black when they were released.
Oh, Lordy, I think I've got a case of the vapors.
I could say something right now, but I really don't want us to be fucking just destroyed by YouTube.
Too late.
Those young racists with their fucking video game podcast.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know unless they watched, like, fucking, what, how long has it been?
It's been a long fucking time, my dude.
We're going on.
YouTube man.
The video.
Here's the thing, right? I don't want fucking YouTube massa to come out into the field and whip us. But in all seriousness,
He
I
said
kinda
whip.
understand
What
where
the
you're coming
fuck,
from, but
dude?
Black's my favorite color. I don't really care.
Yeah, me too. Like, I feel the exact
I mean,
same way.
I don't hate black as a color. I'm just so tired of owning black game consoles. Fuck you, okay?
See, it's
fair.
uniform, though. I don't want to have, like, a black PS4 and a green fucking Xbox.
Fucking, I would. Fuck it.
I'm more of, like, the uniform, like, everything's black. It looks nice, and it
Yeah,
fucking
I
blends
agree.
in.
Fuck that shit.
Now, controllers, however, my DualShock 4 is red. I love it.
I have
Oh,
a
fuck, I
black
haven't
one,
shelled out money for a
unfortunately.
red DualShock yet.
I want to get the
got it for my
gold
birthday,
one.
so I got it for free.
Bastard.
Fuck your birthday.
But I
This
already
is
own
cute.
3
They
fucking
all-
black DualShocks.
Right? Like, I have 2 black DualShocks. I don't want to fucking use them. Like, I use unless my red one is dead, I use the red one.
That's
And I
fair.
switch to my black one if it's dead.
Now, if we're talking controllers, I pushed really hard to get that, the special edition of the Switch, which came with the colored Joy-Cons, because I really didn't want black ones.
I
See,
did.
I wanted to get I don't care for Splatoon, but I wanted to get the Splatoon version with
I
like,
wanna
the
get-
green and the purple ones.
I want to get all
I
of them.
wanted the I
Because
wanted the
that's
fucking
neat.
the Mario ones with the red Joy-Cons.
Both reds, yeah.
I want every color. Not gonna lie.
It's like the
That's
I
a lot of
collect them
money,
all.
my guy.
yeah,
No kidding.
fucking Switch controllers are expensive, but like
It's like 80 bucks.
the fucking Mario ones are so nice because they're like a dark red, and I kind of fucking hate the because I own like just the straight up like normal red Joy-Cons, right?
Mm.
And they are like a hot pink color.
They're more of like a dark pink to me. They got a
whatever.
tint. They got
Also,
they got a tint of
speaking
pink
of
in it.
fucking Switch controllers, I've noticed in stores that the wireless Pro controller is like 60, 70, whatever the fuck.
It's $70.
The wired Pro controller is $20. Why the fuck?
It's probably a piece of shit.
But it's like it's licensed by Nintendo and everything. So I don't understand. Like, if I'm gonna choose between wired and wireless, I'm picking wired.
I
don't
agree with you
fucking
there.
care.
Yeah,
Like, wired controllers will forever be better, and no one can debate me on that.
Absolutely.
yeah, I
There's no
definitely agree.
there's no input lag. I don't have to fucking worry about my battery dying. It's just better. I mean, shit. That's why in Smash you play with a fucking wired GameCube controller.
And thankfully, we'll be able to do it again.
Ye fucking ha! They knew. Fucking the GameCube controllers are fucking compatible with fucking Switch games. They knew.
Oh Lord.
And when the time
They
comes,
knew.
and when I'm still telling you, when the time comes, I'm kicking your ass.
Oh, fuck off, kid.
Now I smell.
Nothing
I smell.
personnel, kid.
Nothing personnel, kid.
I smell my food. I smell my dinner in the oven. I'm got baked chicken on the way, so I want to wrap up this podcast. We got the last thing to talk about here. Now,
Oh boy.
Sony bans the new pickup artists game called Super Seducer from their online store. Now, Super Seducer just came out recently. This guy was sending out free Steam codes and whatnot to like the big
Fucking
YouTubers.
everyone.
Yeah, so it bills itself as the world's most realistic seduction simulator. And basically there's a shit ton of criticism about its depiction of women, about how they are things to be, quote, conquered and not as people. Now, first of all...
It teaches you to be a misogynistic piece of shit.
On the one hand, it's like... It is pretty fucking slimy. On the other hand, I don't really... Like, until I see the footage of this game that shows basically that women are objects and, like, are terrible...
Watch
I'm not going to agree with that sentiment.
Watch Gilly
No.
the Kid's video. He actually shows some pretty much like the game chapter by chapter. Like he summarizes the game chapter by chapter.
Both Video Game Donkeys, just fucking meme fest of it, and then I watched Pro Jared play through the whole thing.
Wait, what? Pro Jared played? What the fuck?
Yeah, on his.
I thought he was wholesome.
Dude,
No,
Boogie shit
Pro
on.
Jared plays because he got a code. For some godforsaken reason.
Boogie
and
got
he's
one
just
too.
like, holy shit, this is awful.
It is. Yeah, Boogie shit all over this game. Pro Jared did. Donkey did. PlayStation fucking banned it. They're like, we don't want this shit on our store.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I'm looking at Pro Jared's video right now as we speak, and looking at the title screen. This fucking PowerPoint slideshow bullshit. It's like,
dude, the guy that made the game made himself the main character of the game. What a fucking creep.
Yeah,
he looks like a Chad. He looks like a fucking Chad.
The guy's
so gross.
He's a fucking.
He looks like the world's greasiest fucking Chad. Like
I look fucking greasy, and I look super
let me explain,
fucking
right?
hot
He's
compared
a
to him.
fucking
you know what
cornball.
he reminds me of? He's like, you know the guy from 50 Shades of Grey? Like, I don't know the actual actor's fucking name. He's like if him and Tommy Wiseau had a baby.
I feel it.
Like,
I feel it.
Yeah, like especially the photo of him in the tux. Oh my god.
So like the fucking slideshow bullshit, like at the title screen, he doesn't even look like that in game. He just looks like a knockoff fucking Jesus.
What? I gotta see that. Holy shit, he does.
Yeah. He's got just a long ass fucking. Yeah, he's so.
He's got long hair, long beard, fucking hipster glasses.
But he's not even attractive. Like, okay, I'm very in tune with my sexuality. I am very straight. But I know when a man
you know
is
what?
attractive.
You're comfortable enough to admit when a guy's good looking. This man does not look good.
Like, if I see an attractive man, I'm gonna say, damn, he's hot.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's a good looking dude.
But this fucking guy is
this
the
guy
most disgusting looking motherfucker I have ever fucking... It's just gross. Ignoring the fact that his opinions of women and just... It's so degrading and disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a feminist. I think all this feminist nonsense is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
But, like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah.
I hate SJWs too, and I don't give a... If you're an SJW, here's to you. But...
I'm looking through this video literally right now, and yeah, this guy needs... This is the kind of guy that needed a punch in the face.
Dude,
Like,
if you...
Fuck, is he a professional seducer?
Dude, if you actually, pay attention to some scenes, there are things that are the right answers in that game that would, in real life, would probably get you fucking beat the shit up.
I watch Pro Jared's videos, and, he's just like, wait, what? That was the right fucking... Because at one point, he was like, just, oh, that one looks funny. But then by, episode 2, he's like, okay, I'm gonna try, what... I'm gonna try to get into his mind and be like, what is the right answer? And, he's just like, how the fuck are these the right answer? These are horrible. And, ironically enough, he has a female video editor. And she's, adding her colorful commentary as well when shit happens. And at one point, she freezes the video and she's like, alright, real fucking talk? If I were a young, naive teenage girl, some of these might work on me. Some of these things that he's saying, they might work on me. But now that I'm grown up and realize, he's just a fucking creep.
Yeah.
It's just fucking disgusting.
It's...
And I'm just I'm not even a woman, and I'm just ew, what the fuck? A lot of the a lot of the things are fucking hilarious. I'm like, wow, this guy actually acted these out.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, have you ever been to the seduction subreddit? Because I occasionally go there just to cringe and laugh. It kind of reminds me of some of the shit that you see on the seduction subreddit.
Milady tips Fedora.
Basically, yeah. No, but basically the seduction subreddit is 50% actually it's good advice for neckbeards if you've never interacted with a woman before.
Begone thought.
But it's like self-help books, right? It's 50% advice that you already knew when you went into it, and 50% just made up bullshit. That is hilariously cringy and or terrible.
So, I have a girlfriend. We've been dating for a year and 3 months, 4 months? And fucking just be nice.
Yeah, be a fucking human being. And
Like,
treat
don't
the other
be a
person like a
fucking-
fucking human being.
My
Don't be
girlfriend
like
is
the
not
guy
a
in this
fucking
game.
object for sex. Like, just treat her like a person. Maybe, sure, fucking spoil her a little bit. Because, you love her. You want to treat her nice.
To quote the great Ugandan Knuckles, all women are queens.
All the women are queens.
Oh,
But if
Jesus
she breathes,
Christ.
she a thought.
But if she breathes, she a thought.
Just like the Lord Jesus said.
So to wrap this up, it says here, the game was released on PC on March 6th and was supposed to be on PlayStation 4 as well. However, Sony has blocked the game from being released on its online store. It says they reached out to the creator. His name is Richard Ruina.
God, his name even sounds douchey.
He's such a douche.
He calls himself Europe's top pickup artist. They reached out to him for a comment on the matter, and he has yet to respond.
If I'm 100% honest with you, I was gonna make a crack about how like this game has to be a parody of pickup artist culture.
But it's not. Like, he's so serious.
God damn it.
Now, if you read their like mini review of this game on the bottom where it says our take,
No, it's not. It just says here's our take on it, and then it's like this is fucking gross and toxic and slimy.
it says here it's Super Seducer sounds straight up gross and toxic. It's like they didn't even play it because they already know just by watching someone else play it that it's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, like, because let's be real. Like, forget how disgusting it is. Forget all of it. It's not a game.
And I will admit that
novels are more a game than this shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like one thing I will give them, like Game Informer over PC Gamer, is that when they did their biased like editorial bit on this or how they feel about it, it's like it's better to have it be its own separate thing than have it be within the facts, which is how PC Gamer did it with that last one that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, like I definitely agree that it seems to be fucking just disgusting. I don't like the word toxic.
It's a $10 Steam game, and I say don't fucking buy it. Please don't buy this game.
I don't think anyone should buy it. Even
Gavin has no fucking laws or morals. He won't take it off.
It's the fucking Wild West.
It's the Wild West up here on Steam.
The Wild West, fucking starring Will Ferrell and fat people.
It's like the dark side of YouTube on Steam here.
More or less.
Yeah. But the thing is that I really don't like what the rest of Game Informer has to say after that is where it's like, it does pose an interesting question as to what's permissible on storefronts. I will give them that. But then they're like, countless games let players portray killers of all sorts with little consequence. Discussion of permissible fantasies is an interesting, murky one.
Oh, shut up.
But burn content as opposed to letting audiences have whatever reaction they're going to have, whether it's celebrating a work or ridiculing it, has never struck me as a particularly effective solution. I agree and I disagree at the same time. Like, I think that buying a game just to see how terrible it is a bad idea.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I think
definitely. Don't do that.
For the most part, buying a game to riff on it is generally a bad idea. Like, you can squeeze some enjoyment out of it, but I also think that you by paying for it, you've supported a product that you should not support.
Yes. Like, if you want to just see the game and see how bad it is, go on YouTube. Like, in this day and age, just go
Let's
on
Plays,
YouTube.
reviews, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be honest with you, I would never buy this, but I would happily watch somebody play through it and riff on it just to see how fucking terrible it is.
I'm telling you,
It's fucking hilarious.
I'm telling you, watch Gilly the Kid's video he did on it, like his like playthrough / review. His video is like 16 minutes long or some shit like that, and I laughed so fucking hard at some of the things he said about this game.
3 45-ish minute long videos playing through the whole game.
Well, I mean, Gilly
should
did
I
too,
watch Pro
but
Jared, Donkey, or that other one?
fuck it,
all
watch them all.
All of them. Donkey's is fucking hilarious because it's goddamn Donkey.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking
Oh, his is only 5 minutes long. Fuck, I'll watch that.
I say watch. I like Gilly, so I'm saying like watch him because I like his take on it. Boogie, he talked about it in a video today. He didn't play it. He said he did play it. He actually played it on stream the other day, but he said the game's shit. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
But so that's it for part 1 of episode 10. Final thoughts on today. Oh, Cypher. I wanted to ask you. We probably don't have any, but have you checked the email recently to see if we got any questions?
Oh, I will do that right now before we sign off.
Because if we do, we're going to answer them in part 2.
Yeah. Fuck. Switch account.
I mean, I did push it.
Gmail.
I did push it a little bit today, and when we first made it, so.
I kind of hope that somebody asked if Sean busted a nut today.
Every day.
All day, every day.
I mean, he said he did 5 times. He said he did before 5 times in 1 minute.
We don't have any in the account yet, so.
Not yet. Well, hopefully we'll get something eventually.
Yeah, that sucks.
But with that being said, final thoughts for the episode as we're closing in on almost 2 hours.
I really can't wait for Smash. I think Super Seducer kind of makes me want to die.
Only kinda? It's impressive.
I am a very strong. You're implying that there were things out there that could make me want to die more.
I just given up on humanity.
That I already have.
So I'm honestly not surprised.
But
I just want. Do people actually do this? Like for real? Are there some fucking dildos out there? Just like, oh yeah, wow, yeah, that's such a good fucking good advice.
No, well, part of it is like you have desperate, horny guys
who will try
who
anything.
Are fucking too stupid and will try anything.
Well,
but at the same time, because think of it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm gonna say this quite logically. It's kind of like the thing about the pickup artist culture is kind of like the diet culture, in that if it worked, people would never come back to it.
Yeah.
Right? You just be like, because inevitably, no matter how you objectify women or how much of a shitty person you are, inevitably you're gonna be like, I'm a terrible person, or you're gonna find a girl that you actually really like.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be like, I can't do this anymore. So in a way, it would be a success story. So I'm pretty sure they give you deliberately shitty tips so that you keep coming back.
Well, put it this way. I'm going to reference Gilly's video once again because he shows part of the thing right in the beginning. One of the correct answers, like when you're trying to get a girl's attention, is to directly approach them. And then, constantly get in their way. So that they have to acknowledge you, by force.
Literally, he fucking...
If you do that, I think any girl would just kick you square in the fucking dick.
Oh, yeah. Women nowadays will beat the fucking shit out of you.
That's one of the examples.
I gotta be honest, I don't even approach people directly anymore. I just kind of wait.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm not I don't mean I fucking stalk them from the shadows in a ghillie suit with a hunting rifle, but I mean I would never be the kind of guy to go to a bar and just approach a girl and be like, hey, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah. No, I feel the same way.
Without at least making eye contact first.
Mm-hmm.
And being acknowledged to some degree. I don't like that. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm not a very extroverted person, but I think that someone who will approach someone on the street is a fucking bold asshole.
Oh yeah. I remember because after you pick a response in the game, right or wrong, he will critique it. One of his critiques of one of the responses, get up in front of her and whatever, I don't remember what it was. He's like, okay, good, that was the right answer. You gotta block their path, make sure they can't get away, and make sure they can't escape. It's just what the fuck? Are you raping them? That's really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
And you can tell you got the right answer because there's 2 half-naked women on the bed with him who look like they just want to die.
So
I was gonna comment on that too.
And then if you're wrong, it's just him looking all sad and depressed, talking about why it's the wrong answer.
there's three options, and I love how Pro Jared put it. So there's those two women, right? If you're wrong, then he's just sitting on the bed, all sad and whatever. If you're right, they're fucking in their bra and underwear. They're basically naked. And fucking, if you get it, like, that's okay. Like, sometimes it works, like, a 50-50. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, they're fully clothed. He's just like, so what? If I do okay, these hookers just keep their clothes on?
Like, my fucking god.
At one point in the video, he's just like, dude, I'm just gonna aim exclusively to keep the hookers' clothes on.
I just want to say this.
These half-assed answers just because I can.
I just want to say this, that I hope the women that were forced to be part of this video game got paid a decent amount of money to degrade themselves.
They should have gotten paid a decent amount, and also, like, I hope to God they filed, like, some kind of lawsuit against him.
I mean, the guy's a fucking creep in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
He pretty much teaches you how to rape somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know what his fucking, do you know what he reminds me of? Is like the character model of the main guy in that game reminds me of like a serial killer.
I mean, he made himself the main character. You got to be a douchebag alone just to do that.
Oh my god. Yeah,
one of them is like, how to fucking seduce some girl with a boyfriend. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's fucked.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it was like one of the answers was like, "Hey, your boyfriend, the girl was dunked by her boyfriend, and she comes to you for confinement or something." And the right answer was to ignore her for a little while and then come back to her later.
Oh, that's
but yet this person is supposed to be your best friend, and I don't know, man. It's like, it's all fucked up. I mean, if you do that in real life, I think you would not be friends anymore.
Another response was, there's two girls in a club, and he's obviously interested in one of them, but the one he's interested in he finds out later, has a boyfriend. And so, but he's still trying to, like, get with this chick. And, like, Pro Jared's just like, no, the correct response is, oh, you have a boyfriend? I'm sorry, let me back off. Because that's what a normal person should do.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a boyfriend, fuck off.
Exactly.
Then
you should fuck off.
Then there was this one scene in Chapter 3, that he approaches a girl sitting down, minding her own fucking business, reading her book, right? And the correct answer for this one is to walk up to her and spoil the end of her book, and then try to fucking chat her up.
Like, here's the thing, right? I think there's two things that are the universal symbol for, please, for the love of God, stay away from me, and they are when you are reading something, and when you are listening to music.
And
with both headphones in.
Gilly goes in his video, he goes, well, she shows him that she already read the book once before, but he said, either way, he goes, if I was that girl, I would have threw the fucking book at him. Personally, I would agree, because I hate spoilers.
Fuck off. Kill yourself.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
I hate fucking spoilers. To no end. To anything.
Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. Snape kills Dumbledore. Bruce Wayne is Batman. Uncle Ben dies.
If it's a video game, anime, movie, or whatever I'm interested in, and I'm either behind on it or haven't gotten to it yet, and someone spoils it for me after it, even if I ask them not to,
Ultra Instincts.
I get very mad. And
it's just like, this is how I'm gonna pick up some gamer chick. I'm gonna walk up to them, seeing that they just started like this fucking 200-hour JRPG.
Persona 5, just a million hours of your life gone.
Oh, the villain of this game is so-and-so. You fucking, or no, like in Persona 4. Oh yeah, the killer is this.
Well, folks, I think we said everything we need to say there. The game's a piece of shit. Don't fucking buy it. Those were our closing statements, how we just go off on this game even more, but whatever. Sony banned it. Good for them. I want to at least say that, you know what, this guy had the balls to take his own money to make something like this and to sell it to the fucking public.
Did you hear about the fucking story? How someone, I don't know who it was, someone fucking shit all over it, and then he copyrighted it, or he put a claim on it, then took the claim off. It was just like, oh, look what I can do.
Oh yeah, I'd believe it.
Actually sue him, and then he fucking sent $50 in his PayPal. Just like, did you just fucking bribe the guy?
I would believe it. To be honest, I'd believe it.
It kind of reminds me of there's this book on Amazon called Empress Teresa, and that was basically what the author was doing for that. And it's apparently it's fucking terrible and just incomprehensible. Down the Rabbit Hole does a really good video on it. If you've ever watched that series.
Well, folks, this is the end of episode 10, part number 1.
Directly to you.
Directly to you via Smash Bros. Now,
yes.
Come on back for part 2, where we talk about a new Dragon Ball app for smartphones. Diablo 3 reportedly in development for the Switch. Mega Dimension Neptunia VR 2 comes to North America in May of this year. The FCC continues to be rebelled against. We're going to be talking about that. Some Dissidia Final Fantasy news. And whatever else may pop up in the news over the next coming couple of days. So, that being said, follow me, follow Erin Fitzgerald, the amazing voice actress, follow Black Sakura, and check out jotaku.net. All the links, as I said earlier, are in the description box down below. And until part 2, for Cypher and our buddy Sean, my name is The Rose, and we'll catch your ass down the road.